we want it in place where it's not like crazy over there, so you don't have another dislocation or something. But I think just like pushing it, as long as it's not painful, that's okay to keep stretching it.
All right, I gotta come clean. Over the last couple of months, I have been completely in love with running. So much that you'd probably think I dropped this entire triathlon thing altogether. And honestly, I could see how you would think that. From having the wonderful fall leading our cross-country team to the league championship. And so many of my Ready Set Marathon coached athletes having wonderful fall, winter, and early spring races. And even for me, having 2 marathons in the span of 6 weeks, I've been run all the time. I have been putting in the reps in the gym, on the bike, and definitely in the pool. My focus has just been on knocking out the workouts and getting it done and celebrating the great successes that have been going on. But last week, I had arguably the best swim of my life. So I want to take a moment to talk to y'all about how we got there. It was around April or so last year that I was even cleared to get back into the pool and try a little swimming. Nothing crazy, maybe half a pool length, just to get familiar with it. Before I knew it, I was able to swim a couple of laps. It wasn't perfect by any means, don't get me wrong. There were still some challenges. I still had plenty of limitations, but I was happy just to be back in the water.
Kind of pain is your guide and don't overdo it, but like we don't want it to be too mobile because then you're going to result in having like a dislocation.
Good news. There's still some things I got to be smart about and not just go wild right away, but the repaired socket, it's staying put. It's not going to be any harm, so it can stay right where it is. No need to open me back up, and I can keep rolling. But even with the okay from my PT and all the strength training I'd been doing, I was still having a tough time, mostly mentally, trusting this shoulder to stay in place. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I had a couple of terrible dreams where I'm reliving that experience and there's no one around and I'm just trying to tread water indefinitely in the middle of the ocean. I was in some dark places. So getting back to swimming and then to think I'm gonna go back to open water swimming? Ooh, buddy, this might be a big ask.
All here, all suited up, and we're get ready to do the usual. Though this water mammal here has already swam with this guy. What'd you guys do? Like 3,000?
2,200 or something.
Oh gosh, 22. All right, so 22, and they're done before we even got into the water, and that's cool. Different strokes, right? Different strokes. But now let's go do the thing and see how we feel. Now, if I look nervous, it's because I was absolutely terrified, actually. We're trying to play it cool and thinking, okay, cool, we've done this a bunch of times before. Let's just see how it goes. This isn't a workout. This isn't a competition. This is just testing it out.
It does pool swimming.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't.
When a runner is converting. One of us. Cool. So about 1,200 there and back. Nice and easy. Good times, y'all?
Yeah. Very awesome.
Always a good day with this crew. Happy to be back in the water. Here's where we're at. I have been dismissed from physical therapy, cleared to return to activities, which includes open water swimming, cycling, mountain biking even. I've been boxing a little bit and really just testing things out, making sure it is as good as they say it is. And, I'm truly at a place where I feel comfortable. moving around, which is one part of it. The next part, which might be a little bit bigger than I'm currently thinking, is trusting myself. And, oh, we spilled the coffee. Uh-oh. Trusting myself. There's still a lot of mental gymnastics at play here, but it's getting better. It's getting better. I mean, there's still some trauma there, not going to be honest, specifically with what has happened and just being careful and cautious. That said, it's behind us. So far, so good.
Felt so good that I went back and completed the race where my shoulder fell apart. We can talk more about that another time, but since then, I've been spending so much more time in the pool and making some of these micro adjustments. I didn't realize that it wasn't for lack of effort. It was just from lack of stability and structural integrity in my shoulder. I just couldn't do some of the things that my coaches were asking me to do. And now that I can, oh my goodness, I'm seeing such a great improvement in my swimming efficiency, in my breathing, and quite frankly, the speed. Oh my God. Considering where I started from not being able to swim at all to maybe getting like a 230 per 100 to, hey, if I could get a 215, I'd be happy, and to now, 159 is happening comfortably. Wow, I cannot believe the progress that it has made, and I'd love to say that I'd made some change in my technique or some evolution or some aha, but really I think the biggest thing is just having parts that actually work. That said, there have been some things that I have refined and, worked on my form a lot. It is a heavily technique-based sport. And now with everything functioning, I have been able to refine that technique. And I would love to do a follow-up to one of the earlier videos I made talking about the 5 things that helped me learn how to swim as an adult. Next up, I want to talk about the 5 things that have helped me progress as an adult learner. But that's it for this time. Hopefully that video will be up fairly soon. Till next time, y'all, it's been real.